back to center ice and picked up by James Hagens, who centers this line with Ryan Leonard. That shot off the outside of the goal, and Gabe Perreault. Will Smith was the center last year. Smith now with the San Jose Sharks of the NHL. And James Hagens takes over with Team USA and at Boston College, where he centers these two.
Nice luxury to have. That kind of built-in chemistry for a first line. They were dynamic last year, hoping to do the same this year.
Steve Boyum steps up, plays for Carl at the University of Denver. Bouncing puck knocked down for Leonard. And Ryan Leonard peels that back. Fortescue plays it back to Boyum. Across for Perreault. Feeds that back down to Boyum. And Carlos Handel stepped into him. Germany's 6th straight year in the top division. A goal scoring lead when he left for the U.S. camp. Boyum with it. An 18-year-old freshman last year at Denver. Here's Hagens, hooks it back across. And that was Fortescue. Lewandowski, who plays for the Saskatoon Blades of the Western Hockey League, chips that back in deep. And Szymanski with a new skate blade is out there as Hagens brings it back the other way. A rink wide pass for Leonard, busting in. Ryan Leonard in alone, brings it across. Oh, what a save by Perreault. Took that away from Perreault. What a stop. And back comes Germany the other way as that puck skipped away from Maxim Schaefer. Nico Perreault, who plays in the German second league, with a big league stop there as Hagens moves in. That shot deflected wide. Trevor Connolly winds in. Connolly, long shot that goes high and wide. And the referee says no. Perfect for Team USA.
It's Hudson who's...
Oh, that's close.
I thought that his body the whole time. Hudson in alone tries to go 5-hole. Good save, and the rebound pokes loose. And Hagens gets it off the post.
I think it's just on the line, isn't it?
So, off Pinot has skate and just sits on the line. Great look at it here. And it just drops down and starts spinning before pretty deft hand. Perreault to pull it back. Better look at it here. Oh, no, it went in.
Yeah,
went out underneath the bar.
Back and in, so it is
goal. Scorers, no.
Yep.
So he went short side with it, and then it popped down to the goal.
Video review. The call on the ice is overturned. We have a good goal.
Hagens, a product of that program as well.
We get Hudson in alone as a defenseman. He's not afraid to jump. That looks familiar with the Hudson name. And really nice save. The rebound comes loose. Took loose control of it, and then you get a great look at it here. He's got to get it up. It's more. Did Hudson get him on the fly?
Back for Perreault. Walks in, waits and shoots off the outside of the post. Here's Perreault back with it. In the high slot to Boyum. Feeds it back to Leonard. Leonard shoots. He hammered that wide. He can really rip it. It's his calling card. Lead pass for Leonard. Moving in with Hagens. A long shot. Kicked up by Perreault. Now a centering pass. Perreault shoots, scores!
Well, he made sure that one wasn't going to get saved. No lucky break on this as the Americans go back to the attack. The wide seam has been something they have been working on all game long, and Perreault jumps inside. Nifty little pass walking in, and check out the release. Zip. And
more of a playmaker than a goal scorer is Perreault. Hagens back to Boyum. Boyum feeds it across. Perreault, a slap pass there, trying to find a tip for Bernovic. And back around the boards, Perreault racing to it, keeps it alive. Perreault, back to Boyum. Boyum, down to Hagens. Slides that down to Bernovic, loose puck in front. Perreault chipped that away. And now Handel trying to move it out. Picked up by Hagens. Rink wide, it goes to Leonard with a shot. He hammered it wide. And the rebound bounces by Hagens. Brought up by Boyum. Played about 8.5 in that first period. And here's Leonard with it. Ryan Leonard sends it back across. Hagens, the centering pass, was off a skate and back out to center ice. It remains 2-0 in favor of the U.S. Brought back by Handel. And brought back up by Logan Hensler. Freshman of Wisconsin finds Hagens. That's knocked down. Lead pass for Leonard, just out of his reach. He got it back up, though. Leonard works back in. Ryan Leonard centers it. That's kicked away by Perreault. Hensler feeds that back to Hudson. Cole Hudson flips it back. In comes Perreault back with it. Gabe Perreault with all kinds of traffic in front. Drops that back to Hensler. Hagens feeds it to Hensler. To Perreault. Pass out of the reaching.
This BC trio likes to use the top part of the offensive zone. Not shy at all, but working up by the blue line.
Leonard takes that pass to the shot. Change shorthand and played back across. Leonard with a quick chance. And Perreault the save. Boyle plays it back down. A great chance for Perreault. That was stopped. Now chipped down the ice. In comes Leonard across the line. Ryan Leonard works in. Still on it. Dropped that. Here's Leonard back with it. Flips it back to Boyum across to Hagens. Hagens to Boyum. Back to Hagens. Boyum across the top. For Perreault walking in. Feeds it back across. That centering pass. Moves back in. Tries to chip that in deep. And Panoka had to wait for that for teammates to get onside. Drops it back. Lewandowski lost the handle for a moment. Feeds that back down to Brandl. Down the side of the goal. 2 whacks at it. And Rookdash will turn away. Boy, the pressure now by the Germans. Rookdash will shoot. That was blocked. Climbing it in. Laid back for Mayer. And fending on that shot was Nihus. Rookdash drops it back for Mayer. The pass got away from him. He slides it back in. Bounces down. Brandl with it. Feeds it down. That centering pass by Mowell missed. And the U.S. breaks out 4 wide. Perreault to Hagens. Hagens back for Perreault. Chops it back in front. That pass missed.
To get coverage quickly. Important to win this draw. Perreault jumps on it as it's turned over by Hensa. And he finds Hagens. That's a nice shot, short side. The turnover is because you're tired. You don't think quite as clearly. You don't handle it quite as cleanly. And you turn it over to the wrong guy in the wrong spot. Perreault finds Hagens, who very quietly now has, what, a 3-point game going for himself. And
feeds that back for Hensler to Hagens. Back for Hensler to Hagens. Picked out now by Hudson. Boy, backyard games of the Hudson family must be quite something.
Can you imagine one of the neighbors? You just go home crying every night. I didn't touch the puck once.
Hensler has jumped up. Now brought back to Leonard. Fires and put that wide.
You hear the German players, get it out!
Not yet. Hensler feeds it back across. Shot by Hudson, tipped away by Perreault. Bouncing puck in front. Tipped just wide. That went off a German stick. Troppen. And just missed. And busting in. Hudson had a stick drop. And now Leonard turned away in tight. Perreault's lost his mask.
Eventually drops it. How about this? How's that awareness? Kicks it to Leonard, who then... Craig? Oh my goodness. That is beyond awareness from Hudson. Worried about, you know, a guy's trailing you by 20 feet.
Pass across to Hagens. Tick back to Hensler. Hensler across to Hudson. Final minute now. Hensler, long shot that goes wide. Hudson in deep. We've said that a time or two in a different context this year.
Slide plays almost a 1-4 with Leonard parked in front of the net. 4 guys just playing keep away on the outside until it's time to get it there.
Panoka looks ahead, trying to find Bruce with that pass, and Bruce rolls that wide. Hensler up ahead to Hagens. Drops it off to Perreault, working in, and Booth's got a stick on him. Fed back to Hudson. Back across. Perreault scores! Oh, what a
fight. Just like last year. Quick up, Hagens to Perreault. Perreault gets caught, doesn't know the guy is behind him, but eventually he works to get it back, and this sales job there from
McCarr playing the playoffs against Edmonton a few years ago.
The way the players interpret that purpose while moving over the line, so it's obviously tricky ones. 2 long reviews, including the first Hagens goal, which was reviewed.
Brought back by Sump for the plays offside at the U.S. line. On pace for about a 23-minute night.
I would think that will go way down in the third period here if they could just get through the first few minutes and just turn over 4 lines equally consistently.
Boyan with it, first round pick of the Minnesota Wild. Last year's draft, 12th overall. Hagens and Perreault, both with 2 in this game. Perreault for Leonard moving in. That's
just really good at all aspects of offensive hockey.
Brnovik back to Perreault. Now drop back to Gabe Perreault. Walks right in, feeds it across. Brnovik shoots, ripped that wide. Boyan with it. Ziv Boyan back for Perreault. Walks it and fires. Save made by Pertu. Rebound goes back to Hagens. Or Boyan. But Pertu's going to sleep well tonight. Long lead pass for Perreault. Winds in. Gabe Perreault gets his own pass right back. Drops it back to Boyan. Boyan back for Hagens. Hagens swings that down. Nelson throws it back in front. Pertu down. U.S. trying to repeat as gold medalist in the World Junior for the first time. As Hudson plays it down to Perreault. Gabe Perreault swings it back across to Hudson. Swings it back and Leonard teed it up off the side of the goal.
He shoots angry. He's mad at the puck.
Perreault pokes that back to Fortescue. Here's Hagens with it. James Hagens flips it ahead. Leonard moves in. Pertu down, tries the wraparound.